Hey guys, welcome back. It's Maverick here today with another episode of Code Geass. So yes, I have been slacking off for like a week or so. Unfortunately, my current schedule really doesn't allow me to upload too much, and since 86 dropped in the last 2 weeks, I decided to get that out of the way first. And, you know, that is a pretty damn good anime, so you guys really should watch it. But anyways, we are back now into the story. We left on a big cliffhanger in the last episode where, Lelouch, thinking that he has the upper hand, just got time stopped and completely turned around on his head. I'm curious how exactly he's going to get out of the Roto situation there. Though I think it might be like an appeal to emotion. You definitely get the feeling that Roto is not, he's not 100% on the Empire side of things, if you will. So there might be some chance there to still appeal to him. Beyond that, we also have the Chinese Union off and turning against the Black Knights supposedly. We'll have to see what exactly that is about. And some guy actually told me that it's because Lelouch has already controlled like the Chinese Union ambassador. Is that really so though? I'm still not 100% sure. Like, I know his eyes are red and all that, but I don't know. We'll see about that. In any case, let's get right into the episode. Alright, let's begin in 3, 2, 1, play. Which is you, Miss Narrator Girl. Oh, alright. Something that I've never really delved into is, the fact that they are called the Holy Britannian Empire makes one wonder, like, what exact kind of religion they are adhering to, right? Like, obviously, I think the reference there would be with the Holy Roman Empire, from medieval Europe and whatnot, which was designated as such by the Roman Catholic Church. Or I guess the Catholic Church, right? The Pope. So, would something similar happen here, or is this just really just a name or whatnot? It's just a name to be cool, and so on and so forth. And the reason I'm asking about this is because obviously there are some supernatural things at play here, right? With the entire Geass and all that stuff. I mean, and we can clearly see that the Emperor, he's I wouldn't really say able to use divine powers or whatnot, but when you look at the visuals of like that temple in the sky and all that, you do have to wonder about that as well. Alright, but anyways, that's just some other thought to put in the back of my mind. Counterattack at the gallows. Oh, okay. Alright, yeah, some of the knights are about to be beheaded. Oh, that's Lolo, right? So he... Okay. Full props to Lelouch for figuring out that so early. I guess Lelouch also caught on to Roto's hesitancy as well. Now, as again, last episode I mentioned about this as well, right? If there's no reason for Roto to wait for time to resume and confront Lelouch. No, it's... Manipulating feelings, eh? So Noro's gonna be like, yeah, sure, everything's fine. Ooh. Speaking against it. Yeah. Speaking out against the the emperor is definitely not something to do. Oh, by the way, the reason I call it the emperor is because Tianzi literally means like heavenly sun, which is what the emperor is called sometimes in ancient China. It's... Hmm. What is that guy trying to do? Hmm. Nice. I mean, I think it's quite obvious that if Zero were to come, he would come literally at the last moment. Right. So I guess he's also betting on something right here. He is not confident at all. See. Well, actually, no, never mind. I was about to say they could just kill him right then and there, with sniper fire or whatnot. But I guess to the Empire, the more important thing is actually C2. Well, of course, I guess not every one of them knows about this. Okay. Suicide. I find it quite funny that all of them are just defeated by something like this. Oh, nice! Well, I mean, technically there's only one of him. Villata is kind of like, thank God he's okay. I still feel like C2's go. Did Lelouch plan this? I don't know whether or not... Oh, Lodo's gonna help. Yep. Huh? I don't... What? What exactly is happening here? Yeah, so he... Yep, he planned this. That's why the entire time I was like, should I feel moved or touched by this? Or should I be like, oh no, this is definitely part of Lelouch's plan. He's starting to go off the deep end now. Although I don't really quite get like that entire Valletta scene, actually. Huh. Wow, and then and then he's also coming back as well to the to the school. All right. Anyways, I'll see you guys after this. Okay, so that is how Lelouch got himself out of this current predicament. Before we begin though, there was one part that I was kind of confused by, but upon rewatch, I kind of figured it out. It was when Valletta was calling in and asking for their status, right? So I kind of missed that actually they were under the impression that Lolo and Lelouch were in like a nearby sort of like a cinema or something of that sort. So basically, by checking in with Lolo, Valletta is trying to confirm that yeah, they are both there and nowhere near this current battlefield. So Lelouch is not zero, or at least not this zero, right? That's I think what that entire thing was supposed to do. But anyways, beyond that though, okay, so this was kind of sort of going as expected, definitely playing on the insecurities of Lolo and you know, his hesitation and whatnot in order to get him on their side, on Lelouch's side. Now, definitely Lelouch banked and bet a lot on this plan, right? And that's probably mostly why he was so nervous at the beginning of this, because you know, you could argue that maybe if he just allowed that person to kill Roro right then and there, that might be a better way to resolve this entire situation. I mean, just getting... well, actually, no, it can't be, because if Lolo dies, then Lelouch would definitely fall under suspicion, right? And then that would be the end of him and also the end of Nunnally as well. So actually, in order for this to continue to go through, he needs an ally in Lolo. So that was the entire part, you know, playing on people's emotions and whatnot. But I'm sure that if Lolo was not under this kind of situation, you know, if Lelouch wasn't in such a precarious situation already at school, and with the fact that Nunnally is kind of sort of hostage, he probably would have just allowed Lolo to be killed instead. But because of the aforementioned conditions and whatnot, he's instead forced to try and turn him over to his side. And hey, it kind of sort of worked, right? Lelouch also caught on to many of the clues that had already been given to him throughout the last two episodes, like Roro's sort of kind of affection towards Lelouch, sort of you know, towards the concept of having a family and whatnot. Although definitely, you know, with the ending there, you kind of feel like Lelouch is gradually heading towards the how can I say, towards towards his side of chaos and insanity, right? So hopefully he'll be able to be pulled back somewhat. But I mean, you could also argue that he's entirely justified in that, right? Taking the memories of Nunnally and whatnot. I feel like Lelouch probably wouldn't be that angry if it wasn't for the fact that he was Roro was trying to basically impersonate a family member, and in this case, essentially impersonate Nunnally. But yeah, you gotta wonder, is Lolo going to have like a happy ending here on the side of the Black Knights and besides Lelouch? Hard to say, right? Hard to say. I feel like right now, as it stands, you're definitely still looking at a situation where Lelouch will probably use Lolo and send him to his death sometime in the future, right? But then again, that remains to be seen, right? And potentially he could also form a true, real bond with him, but somehow, at least in his current state of mind and whatnot, I highly doubt so. For the rest, you gotta wonder, right? Like, how many times is the Britannian Empire and their soldiers going to fall for the same tricks and to the same situation? Like, they've always gotta like be on some sort of platform or whatnot that has like a that has a single point of failure and whatnot in order to get into situations like these. They really need somebody more competent in terms of their strategic planning and whatnot, or at least a more competent military commander of all things. But to be fair, they are kind of also giving Lelouch his the necessary space for him to operate, right? And that's mostly because of the fact that the Empire's first and foremost, their priority is for C2 and not necessarily Lelouch. If they just wanted to apprehend Lelouch and put an end to all of this, they could have done so many months ago, right? At the end of season 1. But, yeah, anyways, so that's that. We currently got for this current situation. It seems that the Chinese Union, all things considered, they are still evaluating, how good of an ally Lelouch and the Black Knights could be, and the United States of Japan could be, because obviously they still want to sort of balance things and use them as, at the very least, use them as some sort of buffer against the Empire, right? That would be the smart thing to do here. Having some sort of third party buffer between you and your biggest enemy here. That's definitely just politics and diplomacy 101 there. That's a fairly easy decision to make. They're just probably not too pleased by the fact that their chief negotiator, if you will, or their chief diplomat was kind of going off the walls in terms of that. And speaking of which, like, when exactly did Lelouch manage to Geass that guy? I mean, that is definitely something to also. I don't know when he, like, maybe just in the moment that he seeked for sanctuary in the embassy. That was when he did it, I would presume, or was that earlier? I didn't really quite, like, he looked kind of weird even the first time I saw him, so I didn't really pay too much attention to whether his eyes were red or not and whatnot, but all right, whatever. So yeah, anyways, they are now on much more stable footing here. They got men, they got land. Maybe presumably they're gonna get weapons next once their scientist comes back, and so on and so forth. And then they can have their intelligence network and base of operations. Well, the spicy part is probably going to continue to be at school, because now Lelouch needs to continue to maintain his facade and also maintain his friendship as well, right, to Suzaku. So that is definitely going to be quite spicy in a lot of ways, and we're probably going to see the resentment and anger and whatnot from Lelouch continue to build up over time as he continues to be forced to put a mask upon those around him, right? I could definitely see this as some sort of situation where the more things remain relatively calm and peaceful and lighthearted on the surface level, the more and more that the rage and the hatred builds up within Lelouch under the surface, right? And that's probably, if I were to make a guess going forward, that's probably going to be one of the focal points moving forward into these next few episodes as well. We already see a glimpse of it at the very end here in regards to Lelouch and Roro. We're probably going to see much more of that in the upcoming episodes. So anyways, that is it for episode 4 of Code Geass. Again, I will be trying to bring out at least weekly episodes, so I might actually make another episode in the following days. It'll depend on schedules and whatnot, but well, don't worry, I am going to continue to pump these out even into the next, well, once the next season starts. That's more of a question mark for me, but we'll see about that when we get there. So anyways, thank you guys, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.